Everyone, welcome back to my home. My name is Lynn. I'm glad you're joining me tonight. Grab your coffee. We're going to have a little chit chat. What are we going to talk about tonight? What do you need to change, organize, and refresh in your life this new up and coming spring season? Okay, let's chat. Okay, it is spring. Spring is in the air. I don't know what part of the country you're in. I am in New Jersey and we are in the middle of spring. Everything is budding and blooming. And I took a drive out yesterday to Pennsylvania, and they're just that much ahead of us in terms of blooming season. And, you know, they've got better fertile soil and oh, you know, it's just gorgeous out there. But just on the way from my house out that way, we saw so many trees, the forsythias, and I don't even know what some of the other ones are called. They're absolutely gorgeous. It smells different in the area. You can smell fresh. You can smell spring. I don't know, does that make sense? I love going out. I go out many times. I'm in the car by 6:30 or so in the morning to head to work, and you hear the birds chirping, and you hear, I don't know, you just see the birds flying through the air from tree to tree and picking the worms out of the ground, and it's just exciting. It's a cool morning, and then by lunchtime, it's, you know, it's either spring-like or summer-like, but you know, that middle of, you know, spring around in New Jersey is always the battle of, is it summer yet? Is it winter? Is it somewhere in the middle? I don't care. It's a fresh new season. I am a big fall person. Like, I like fall and winter. They're my two seasons that I prefer in terms of decorating my home and the activities and the fun things that we do. But one of the reasons I love spring so much, it's just, for me, it's a mental cleaning. It's a mental cleansing. I just find, like, you come out of the dead of winter, it's been cold, it's been snowy, it's been rainy, it's been darker in terms of, you know, you look outside and the sun's not always bright every day. It can be a dreary day or whatever. And so that bothers me, and it can get to you. It can make you very depressed. It can make you not want to do things. But spring is here, and I've just been like, I've been trying to mentally just do a little cleaning up in my life. So what are some of the things I'm working on? Well, number one is, yes, I'm spring cleaning the home. And with my work schedule, I can clean my house, like a heavy clean, twice a year. I do it in the spring, and I do, like, we move all the furniture, vacuum behind it, dust the walls and the ceilings and all those, like, nooks and crannies that you don't get to too often. You know, the normal spring cleaning or whatever. I don't know what you guys do, but that's what I do. A lot of times it's when we rearrange the furniture. You know, I got to come up with a new look, redecorate for the spring summer look in the house, change some of the curtaining or the tablecloths or things like that, just to give it a nice fresh, you know, a nice fresh look. And I like doing that. And then, you know, the decluttering. You know, I've been on a decluttering journey, and I've told you I'm decluttering what I don't want and I don't use and I don't need. That doesn't mean I'm not shopping for some new fun things that I want for the home. Maybe some new decor pieces, maybe a new piece to the wardrobe, maybe things for the garden or whatever. It's just something that I don't, do I need it? No, but do I like it? Yes. So things like this that I got at one of my hauls that I showed you is my cute little piggy. He's a butter dish. Beautiful. Spring, summer, you know. And I got him at Dollar General, and I think I got him for $3 or maybe $5. Then I went to the Dollar Tree, and look how pretty. That was in their Mother's Day stuff. But do they not kind of go together, right? Is that something that I'd leave up year round? No, that is not something I'd leave up year round. That is not really my style of decor. But for the spring, I want something different. I want to do something fun. I want to change it up. So I am decluttering and I am organizing, but another thing that I'm doing is going through my stockpile with a fine-tooth comb. So I kind of went through most of, I would say, since November. What is this? This is now April. So probably I will continue this until June, almost the end of June. I have been using up my stockpile. Now, don't panic. I haven't used it all up. I had a full pantry and stockpile, full to the brim and then some. But we've been living off of our pantry and stockpile quite a bit. Now, that's not to say I have not gotten fruits, vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, bread, butter, milk, all of that kind of stuff. But pantry items like oatmeal and pancake mix and spices and flour and sugar and canned vegetables and canned breakfast items like hash maybe, or I don't know, what else is in the pantry stockpile? Things that you keep in yours. We've been living off of a lot of that and using a lot of that up since November. And my pantry stockpile is doing good. Like, I'm getting it to the point where it's like a spring clean. I'm getting rid of some of the things that I need to use up. Not that they've expired, but it's one of those things that, like, if I don't use it now, I'm never going to use it. And I need to make that choice. Either use it or lose it. And either lose it because it will expire or lose it because I need to give it to someone. Or use it up. Can it actually be part of a meal plan that I have? And I'm proud of me. I've been going through my stockpile and my pantry and my freezers and using up a lot of what I have. And I actually went through today. Yesterday, we were in Amish country and I picked up a number of packages of meat, sausages, chicken, things like that, and a few other odds and ends. And I needed my refrigerator, oh my word. Do you all have to clean your refrigerator? I feel like I have to do it every other day. I honestly try and do it once a week, but sometimes, I get busy with life and it gets away with me. It got away with me. It was more that I needed to organize it. So I went in there and I did a spring clean in my refrigerator, if you want to call it that. And I went in there and I just said, okay, make sure all like items are together. And I have a drawer system that I've set up. If you saw one of my videos from last year, I put some I just put like the Sterlite drawers that you can get, nothing fancy. I added extra drawers in my refrigerator and I did that for leftover purposes. I now know what's in those drawers are the leftovers I need to use. I had the hardest time trying to organize my refrigerator. Nothing worked. This is almost probably a year now that I've been doing it and it's worked. It's great. If you want to see that again and you want me to talk through how I've organized my refrigerator, if you need help with an idea, I'm always looking for ideas. Let me know, comment below, and I will do another refrigerator tour and explain how my drawer system works. I'm telling you, hands down, it's the first system I've ever used that for me works for me. I've been consistent with it and I've used the food up and we're throwing out less. I used to end up with, stuff in the back of the fridge, and you still get that once in a while. But since I've used that system, it's great. So I went in there and I tweaked it, moved stuff from the drawers, looked at, and I got done. And then I cleaned out my top freezer, which I've been pretty consistent, keeping that well organized and rotating things around. I have a basket system in there where I put like more dairy stuff, dairy and breads in one. And then I have veggies and fruits in another and meats in another. And then down below are like leftover meals that I've packaged that I can just quickly pull out, warm up, and we have a meal, that kind of stuff. If you want to see the freezer, the way I set it up, leave a comment below as well, and I can show you that. And I went through that and I was really pleased. I was like, oh, I've been using up some of the things. I actually had room to put the things that I got from Amish country in. Now, did I need those things that I got from Amish country? I didn't need them. I had plenty, but they were unique things that I can't get here where I live in New Jersey. And we were out there and we really enjoy some of those types of foods. So why not pick them up, throw them in the freezer. Then I went to my deep freeze. I have just a small chest freezer and a front loading one. Excuse me. Allergy season is upon us and we have 3 forest fires surrounding us. And the soot and the smell and the smoke are just getting to my lungs. So I apologize for all this coughing. But in my deep freeze, I organized that, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I went in again and I'm like, I'm still good. It's still looking good. And I had room to put other things. I'm excited. I feel like I've made a fresh start with my refrigerators and my freezers. It took me all winter to really get it going, all winter to start using up some of my pantry and stockpile. and I'm feeling good. I did mention I'm going to probably go to the end of June with my Stockpile and Pantry. I really want to thin it down. I want to bring it down to the point where what's left are the things I really use on the regular, and get rid of those things that, you know, you buy one time and you're like, do I really like it? Yeah, or I was given a can of this or whatever. I want to use those things up. I'm hoping maybe by the end of June to revamp it completely. I have a new system I want to try, but I can't get into that system until I've thinned it out a little bit. And then for the summer months for me, summer's crazy. As I mentioned, I do a spring clean in the spring and I do a heavy clean in the middle to late fall to prep for the winter. My summer season where I work is insanity and good, but super busy beyond. And we just try and cram everything we can on my days off, hitting different events and zoos and, you know, parks and whatever. So I don't worry about the heavy duty cleaning. You know, if we can just keep the house neat and tidy, I'm all in. I'm not worried about it. I'd rather live life than worry about are my rugs completely vacuumed. That's just me. Okay, what other things am I working on? I'm just organizing things in my home. I'm organizing my cookbooks and organizing them to the point of I went through them, a different placement for them. Where am I storing them? How am I using them with my decorating? Can you decorate with cookbooks? Another video up and coming. Organizing how I do YouTube. Things that I want to now do with YouTube. My husband and I sat down and did a business plan for the next 3 months, 6 months, to the next year, to the next 3 to 5 years. Where do I want to go with YouTube? Do I want to continue? Do I want to give it up? I really enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's something I love. It's actually therapeutic for me. And I love meeting all of you. I truly love connecting with you guys. So I just feel really good that I've been organizing my thoughts, my plans, my planner. I've really sat down and I've been diligently trying to keep consistent, keep my schedule. Oh, you know, things overlap. People tell you things on the fly. Don't forget this is such and such a date. And, you know, I got to write it down because I won't remember. Been doing really well with that. Just organizing time with my husband. My kids are out and about, both, you know, they're just doing their own thing. And we have more time together now. So trying to organize more time that we can do things together, as well as trying to have some more Lynn time where Lynn can have some self-care days, which I had yesterday with some girlfriends. My husband having some self-care for himself. All these kind of things. It's exciting. I felt so good when I went through my pantry, stockpile, and freezers and fridge, and I felt like I kind of had a grip on it. When I was organizing my cookbooks, and I was reorganizing how to decorate with them, where do I want to store them, what ones am I keeping, what ones am I not, what ones do I want to read, I felt like this refreshment. It felt great. We're getting our garden started. The last 3 years we've tried to have a garden. We have very, very sandy soil where I am, which is great for tomatoes, but that's about it. And my garden has not done well. We start out really great, you know, May and June are beautiful, and then we hit the month of July, at least in my area of New Jersey, and you're dying. It's humidity levels out the wazoo. It's hot. The sun is just penetrating, and you can't move. You just drip in sweat all day long. My husband can't do the gardening. I'm at work all day. By the time I come home, we're trying to do summer activities and run all over, and it's not worked well for us. I'm not a gardener. I don't have a green thumb. We've tried, got a little bit of produce last year. It's been fun, but I'm going to try vertical gardening. We have too many deers and rabbits, and you met my friend, the Mr. Bear. So we've had foxes, we have wild turkeys. Yeah, we got it all. We got a little petting zoo in our backyard. But because of that, and we have a lot of shade in my yard. But my back porch does get some sun, so I'm going to go with vertical gardening where I can turn it, water it. I'm going the cheap route. I'll do a video on that up and coming, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. I'm going El Cheapo because I want to see if it works for me. I don't want to invest a lot of money in a really good system if the whole idea doesn't suit me, and so on and so forth. We're getting some yard work done. We're cleaning up the yard. Remember that tree the ants took over and killed the tree? That's coming down in about 2 weeks. So, I'll have that on a video up and coming. So yeah, I'm getting into preserving food better. What do you mean, Lynn? Working on my dehydrating, working on my vacuum sealing, working on my canning, working on freeze-dried foods. Am I freeze-drying them? No, but I will be filling you in on that. Setting up a prepper's pantry in a sense. I am nothing against preppers. I don't mean it that way, but I don't feel that I have the right, I guess you'd say, to call myself a prepper, because I'm not. Preppers do 20 years and they prepare in bulk, and they do all the things with the vacuum sealing and the oxygen absorbers and the 5-gallon buckets. That's not me. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not where I am in life. But doing more of a prepper's pantry in the terms of how can I prepare and preserve and store my food for more long-term storage without having to rotate as much and do as much. And so stay tuned, some videos on that up and coming. Getting into being more of an ingredient household. Spring cleaning in my mind, I'm trying to get these things like what do I need for my family? We are in a season of change. Kids are older. I'm just got a little bit more free time from things that I used to do that I'm no longer doing as much as I am busy. I still have gaps of spots, and I just like to stay busy. So we're becoming, and it will be a journey. It is not something that's happening overnight, but an ingredient household. I also want to get into fermenting foods, which is super, super healthy for your gut health. It's also a great way to preserve food, to stretch the longevity of your food. And I have always wanted to make homemade mayonnaise. It has been like on my bucket list to learn how to do. And I have found that you can make fermented mayonnaise, which is what I want to do because I'm always nervous with the eggs. So I know I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 comments down below of you can't do that. I'm going to try it. And I'm going to try fermented mayonnaise versus regular homemade mayonnaise. And I'm going to be trying that. I can't wait. I'm excited. Lots of this stuff coming up. All kinds of ideas that I want to try. And I'm starting to already work on my Christmas list. Yes, Christmas. Because I'm going to be doing more homemade this year. Homegrown, homemade. Summer season's coming. Strawberry picking, blueberry picking. Going to pick, we have You Pick It farms where you go and you pick it right off the stems, the vines, the whatever, however they grow. You go to the farm and you pick your own vegetables right out of the garden. I want to do that this year, and I want to can more. I want to go hit the farmers markets, and I want to can more of that. I want to become more educated on how to not waste food, how to make food from food, how to grow food from food, how to create more nutritional, well-balanced meals from a meal that I already made that, we've eaten it for 2 days. I can't eat it again. What else could I do with it? So maybe just putting it in the freezer for now, but creating something else. Yeah, can you tell? I've been thinking, I guess I've had too much coffee. The last thing I'm doing is I need friends. I have decided I need some friends. And if any of you want to be my friend and hang out with me, I'd love it. But no, I honestly need friends. We have transitioned into a new season. Again, my kids are grown. My oldest son is super busy. He's a pastor. Him and his wife serve, and we do see them. When we see them, it's phenomenal. But they have life going on, rightfully so. My youngest is finished school as of this June, and so we homeschooled, and all of our homeschool co-ops and friendships that we had through that, it's over. Some friends are for a season, some friends are for the time that you're in it, and those friends are, it's changing. My craft night has dissipated. The pandemic hit and everything sort of, life came to a halt. Well, what do I need? I need some stuff. And I had friends through that, which I just, not that I don't have them, but we've disconnected. And I just am feeling like I need some new friends. I need to find friends that are like-minded. I need to find friends that, I'm into canning. I don't want to talk to somebody who's not into canning and they look at you like you're crazy or they laugh at you. You know what I mean? If you're into something, maybe you're into horseback riding and, you talk to people and they're like, you ride a horse? Really? Like they can't connect with you. I need to find people I can connect with. People that are into crafts, people that are into homesteading, people that are into gardening, people that are into raising their children to be good people, to be part of society, part of the community, to be godly people, godly men and women. Spring clean of friendships and just having this great conversation about what do we want to do in life and where do we want to go in life. And, I'm trying to now start building friendships with people that I can hang out with, that I can sit down at my table and have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and be me. I need to establish new friendships because my season has changed, because everything has changed in my life. I've lost a lot of my friends. So in my spring clean, I'm organizing, redoing my stockpile and pantry. I'm decluttering, I'm redecorating, I'm going through things, I'm reusing things that I have in a different way for a different purpose. I'm updating my schedule and my calendar. I'm signing up for some classes. I'm coming up and learning new things, from gardening to fermenting to just preserving food. I am creating new friendships. I am looking for friends. It's kind of like if you go to a new high school and you're looking around and you're like, I don't know anybody. I don't know, who do I talk to? And that's kind of how I feel, because my life honestly has changed that much that my other friends that I once had are off doing other things. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just the season I'm in. What are you doing? Where are you at? Are you spring cleaning? Are you organizing? Are you in a season of change? Your own, personality? Are you evolving into, because things are different? Maybe you're not involved in the same old, same old. What are you up to? What's happening in your life? Are you taking some classes? Are you looking forward to making some changes and some tweaks in your life? Are you looking to refresh your wardrobe? Another video I got coming up on a wardrobe and a budget. And we're going to be talking about that. What all are you up to? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for coming over and visiting me in my home. I'm glad you popped in. I hope you always feel welcomed in my home. And I hope we can connect through those comments, and I'll catch you all on the next video.